Welcome to the Rustic Garden Homestead. I'm going to take you out to New Jersey to my daughter's property, and I'm going to plant up potatoes, onions, and peas in a 4-foot by 8-foot raised bed. Just want to show you how easy it is to plant onions and potatoes and squeeze in a row of peas to really maximize that 4-foot by 8-foot plot or raised bed that I'm going to be growing in. It's real easy to do. Take the principles that I'm going to teach you today, use it for other plants, but you can really pack in onions, potatoes, and peas and have a really productive garden. This is the potato bed I built last year for my daughter and her husband. And last year we just dropped the potatoes in the bottom, covered them in leaves. The sides are about 10-12 inches of the wood here. And that created a nice layer of organic mulch. You can use straw, hay, leaves, and the potatoes just grow right on top of the soil. They grow through that organic matter and you get really nice potatoes. This year we're going to level this off, drop the potatoes in after we fill this up with a mix of compost and earth. So we're going to be planting into earth this year. And the sun comes in this way, and then behind me, on this side we're going to do onions, on this side potatoes. Let me show you how I set it up. The cheapest way to fill your beds is to really order topsoil, garden soil, right over here, from a local landscape company. This is also compost that we ordered. It's really hard to get quality compost. This is okay. There's a lot more wood in here than I would like. And when there's a lot of wood in your topsoil or your compost, sometimes as it decays down, it takes nitrogen from your plants. So this is gonna be okay. And then as far as the topsoil goes, this is pretty good. There's some wood in there, but it's mostly soil and earth in there. So that's a nice quality, I think, garden soil for your bed. So we're going to be using a mix of this and this. You never know what you're going to get, but this is so much better than buying bagged compost or topsoil or garden soil. It's a lot cheaper and it's just better quality. The bed's been filled up, leveled off, and I want to just talk about two things real quick. The compost is okay compost. If you want to save money, again, the best way to save money is buy compost garden soil from a landscaping company. It's really inexpensive and it's usually decent. Again, you're not trying to make perfect soil right at the beginning, so you can get stuff from landscaping companies that's going to work and you just fix it up year after year. So in the bottom half or so, we put in the compost that is okay again. What I mean by that is when you make your own compost, the organic matter should be fully broken down that you can plant seeds right into that. And it's great stuff, you use it everywhere. Sometimes when you buy the bag stuff, it's still in a process of decomposing. It's not 100% compost. The same thing when you buy your garden soil or your compost from a landscaping company. So we put that stuff down there and then we put the garden soil on top and we just even it out. Bottom line is, it really doesn't matter how you fill up the bed. You just want the top 6 inches, 15 centimeters, to be good enough for seeds to germinate in and roots to grow in. We're gonna add in amendments, water-soluble fertilizer, organic mulch over the season. That will take care of it. So over here is south. We're gonna plant onions right here, the smaller crops, the bigger crops right here, potatoes. We don't wanna put the bigger crops in the front, so when the southern sun is over there, it's gonna cast shadows onto the smaller crops. So it's always smaller in front, bigger in the back. This way the shadows from the taller plants fall behind the garden. They're not falling onto the crops you want to grow. And down the middle, just to grow an extra crop, we're going to put peas in there. And yes, they're going to be taller than the potatoes, but they're just not really going to block the sun just because of the way they grow. So we've got onions, peas, and potatoes. It's really going to maximize what we pull out of this 4x8 raised bed. All right, let me put the crops in on the top just to show you the planting space, and we'll get them in the ground. Potatoes are heavy feeders, so we're going to take any organic granular fertilizer, it doesn't matter which one you use, and we're just going to take a big handful and sprinkle it across the surface. And then we're going to work that into the top 10 centimeters of the garden soil. It'll just look something like this. Again, they're heavy feeders. Follow me, I'll show you how I take care of the potatoes through the season. Once the green sprouts up, we'll hit them with a water-soluble fertilizer. But now I'm going to just work this into the top 4 inches of the soil, put the potatoes down. Generally speaking, you want to space potatoes out 8 to 12 inches between potatoes and then 18 to 24 inches between the rows. That's the standard way to do it. I plant mine a little bit more closely together. Potatoes are a little bit smaller, but they're still a great size and, you know, perfect for breakfast potatoes and such. The potatoes are set up. I'm planting red Norlands and Kennebec, and I'm doing white, red all the way down. Again, I plant more closely together. They're going to be fine. I'll put up the actual spacing recommendations on the screen so that you can decide what you want to do. Onions are going to be set up the same way. Organic granular, mix it into the top 4 inches, 10 centimeters of the soil, and then the onions are just going to be planted every, I don't know, about 3 to 4 inches apart, all the way down. I plant, again, I keep stressing it, more closely together. When you plant stuff more closely together, sometimes you have to care for them a little bit more for pest pressure and disease pressure. If you're not sure, it's your first time getting started, just follow the recommended spacing for anything that you plant. So the onions are going to go in all the way down this row. Peas are going to go right down the middle. Let me set that up and then we'll press in the potatoes, onions, and peas. I'm putting in onion sets, which are the little onion bulbs. They are really one-year plants that grow, they harvest them, and then you end up with a little tiny onion and you just plant them into the ground. Bottom looks like this, that's where the roots are. Top is usually pointed. Sometimes it's confusing, it's hard to tell. This is what it looks like when they sprout. So you can see root side, you know, the green growth side right up top. But if you're in doubt, just put them in on their side, the onion will figure it out. You want to space onions about every 3 to 4 inches. Again, I tend to plant things a little bit more closely together. Potatoes are in, just give you an idea of the spacing for the potatoes. And then for the onions. And then for the peas, about every 2 inches, 5 centimeters, I'm putting in 1 pea plant. I tend to plant them more closely together in other parts of my garden. Here I'm doing the general spacing, 2 inches, 1 seed. They're going to grow 2 feet tall at most. And yes, they're going to be a little bit taller, but the sun's going to be able to get through them and get to the potatoes. But this again is just a great way to maximize the space. For onions, I usually put them into the ground just so the top is covered by a little bit of soil. And that's about 1 inch, 2.5 centimeters to 2 inches, 5 centimeters deep. On the side, I would just go down about 1 inch. And again, the onions get to figure it out. Peas down about 1/2 inch to 1 inch, 2.5 centimeters. And then the potatoes are going to go down somewhere between 3 to 5 inches. You want to go, if you're able to, I think a good 4 inches deep, 5 inches deep. That's 10 centimeters to 12.5 centimeters deep. These are determinate variety potatoes, so they're only going to form the potatoes where the roots are. We're not going to have to mound up where the vine comes up. We'll get to those in a second. And for the potatoes, again, 3 to 5 inches deep. And I'm just, usually, I don't know. I mean, I dig a hole, guess that's about 4 inches, and you just drop the potato in on the side. Normally, I chit the potatoes, which means I cut them in half, and you only need 2 or 3 eyes on each half. But I'm at my daughter's house. We just bought the bagged potatoes. There's no time for them to chit. I will link a video on that. It's just a way to save some money because you can cut these bigger potatoes like I have over here in half, and then you just plant them that way. You're also going to see some growth in bagged potatoes. Sometimes it's really long. It's okay. Some of that might die back, but the roots are coming out. These are going to survive. They're going to send up greenery as soon as it gets warm. You can put your potatoes in as soon as the ground can be worked. We're going to put this one just a little bit deeper. It's about here. And as long as the ground doesn't freeze through, your potatoes will be fine. As this warms up, as the soil warms up, the greenery will come up. And again, when that green growth breaks through the surface, that's when we're going to hit it with a water-soluble fertilizer. But this is just the basics to really have onions and potatoes. You can do a crop of peas in between. This is going to be a great space. Thanks so much for watching. We're back in Maryland, back in my garden. And I just wanted to really focus today's video on what you can pack into a 4-foot by 8-foot raised bed, paying attention to the sun, how shadows fall, and just really loading it up with your first round of cool weather crops. Please check out my seed shop. I sell tomato and pepper seeds, only $1.75 a pack. All other seeds are only $1.50. Now is a great time, Maryland Zone 7. Get your potatoes, your onions, your peas into the ground. There's a lot more seeds you can plant. I will link some videos for that. Again, thanks so much for watching.